Okay, so this is for list. Okay, so we said for the list, we use the list to store objects. All right, so let's look at some of the properties of a list. With the list, one thing is it can be ordered, okay, and also we can change the value. So it means this Panasonic that we put here, we can change the value, and also you can have duplicates. Okay, so with this one, for instance, I can also have another word Panasonic here. Okay, so even though it's a variable that stores objects, can actually have duplicates. Okay, so let's run this and see. Just one. Okay, so let's run this and see. Oh, let me clear what got in the last question. All right, so you see we can have duplicates. So in the list, we can have duplicates. And also we can change the value. Now let's go to the next thing. Let's see how to access a particular value inside the list. All right, so with the list, we access the values based on numbering. Okay, so we can access it based on numbering. So it's called indexing. Okay. So the first element or the first name inside or the first object inside the list start from 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the numbering start from 0. So it means yes. So where did you get to? I think my network went down. Hello.
Yeah, I think we got to the indexing.
Okay,
Where you were saying the index starts from 0.
Okay. Okay. So we said, I also said, if you want to access a particular element or a particular object inside the list, this is general syntax. You just write the name of the list. Okay, so we have refrigerators, then square bracket, then the position of that element. So let's say I want to call sharp. So sharp is at position 2. Okay, so I'll just write 2. So hello. Okay. So we said if you want to access a value, okay, or an object inside the list, we use the position of that object. So this is at position 2. So we just write the name of the list. So this is the name of the list. Then we bring our square bracket. And inside the square bracket, you can bring the position of that object. So let's print this one to the user. So just wrap it inside the print function. So let's run this code and see. All right, so we have only sharp here. Okay. If you also want to access the third value, okay, or the fourth value, you just do this. If you want to access the first value, you just do print 0 because we said the indexing or the numbering start from 0. Let's save and run. All right, so we have this, we have the first value, we have the fourth value, we have the third value. All right, so this is how we access values inside a list. So let's go to Hisense and see. All right, so you see with Hisense, each of the elements or each of the elements inside the variables have been outputted to the user. Okay, have been equal to the user. So the same thing they did here. But one thing that we've learned today is if you want to repeat code like this, it will give you headache because you have to just repeat for each of the elements. Okay, so let's say you want to do this. So it's headache for us. So we said we need loops. Okay, so that's why we use the for loop today. So we can use the for loop to echo all the elements inside the object. So let's see the general syntax for the for loop. So we say for, then any name that you want to give to each of the elements. So let's say I want to call it fridge. Okay. Then you bring another name, okay, for fridge in, let's say, refrigerators. Okay, colon. Then you can do whatever you want to do. So what this one is actually doing is for then the name that you want to give to each of the elements in the list. Okay, this is the list name, refrigerator. I want to print freezer. Okay, that's what Hisense has done. Okay, so I want to print fridge. Okay, here I don't want to print refrigerator because refrigerators will print the whole of this. I want to print the name or each of the elements. So if I run this code, you can see we have each of the elements like this. Okay, so we have that. Let me just delete this Panasonic I added. Okay, let's run and see. All right, so we have that. Okay, so we use the for loops to access each element in the list. So that's what these people have done. Hisense, if you check most of my code, college, the question that you ask, okay. Let me just open. Where is it? Okay, just check this. I just want to show you a code where I use the for loop to do that. This API. Okay. Okay, let me just open this one. All right, so let's type for. Okay, so this is a for. Okay,